For reasons that I don't understand, my class went back to the Harmersville School for 6th grade. I have a feeling that was when 3rd grade was housed back at the Hancock's Bridge School with Mrs. Dorothy Wood as the teacher. Our teacher at the beginning of the 6th grade year was Mr. John Latimer, but not for long. So we went from wonderful Mrs. Cobb to horrible Mr. Latimer. He spent every recess sitting in his car smoking cigarettes while all kinds of horrible things were happening in our school, starting with antics in the attic that I will not elaborate on. Let your imagination run wild on that. Then there was this new boy that came to our school who was a good 2 or 3 years older than our boys, and he was quite knowledgeable of worldly ways, which he proceeded to share with the boys in our class. During recess, the girls just wanted to go outside and play kickball or jump rope or even play house. I'll mention that. We would bunch the leaves together to make walls for our house, and then we would put a big pile of leaves in our room as a bed. And if there was a root system like there was at the Canton School, we would gather acorns and sticks and pretend that they were our food. So that's what we wanted to do at recess. Well, the boys would not leave us alone. They harassed us, they chased us, to the point of where we were not only annoyed, but due to some of the things that they were saying that they had learned from this older boy, we were feeling quite uncomfortable, if not a little scared. So we complained to dear Mr. Latimer, who wanted to sit in his car and smoke, as I had said. His solution, and you're going to love this, was to draw a square outside of the girls' restroom. He drew it in the dirt and told us that that was where we had to stay for recess. The boys were then told they could have the run of the playground as long as they left us alone. And apparently that was incentive enough for them to do so, because they did leave us alone. That drawing the line in the sand outside the outhouse was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. So, along with my neighbor and classmate Edna Gandy, we marched ourselves down the road to a board member's home, Mr. Linwood Dilks, and told him the horror stories then, the things that we were experiencing on the 6th grade playground and in the attic at the hands of Mr. Latimer. With that, Mr. Latimer was fired. They then called Mrs. Helen Carl, who happened to be a cousin of mine, out of her recent retirement to come in and finish out the year. She was another stern one, but at least she got things under control, and for the rest of the year, we did actually learn something.